Hey everyone, welcome to Steven Universe, the show where we talk about the universe of Steven Universe. I'm your host, Victor Frost. First things first, the news. So you might have noticed that recently my videos have been a bit, delayed. I have no justification for this. Some nights I'm home and I have a script ready to go right in front of me, but I'm tired from working during the day, so, I don't record. I rationalize this by saying, well, if you're tired, then you are going to look tired and sound tired, and that is not the best condition to be to perform for an audience, and, you don't want to be giving short change to your audience. That's not right. This is an excuse, not a reason. I am a performer. I can fake energy. I'm doing it right now. It's 11:30 at night and I am recording and talking to you with energy. This is what performers do. Even though this channel, my pride and joy, isn't making me enough money every month for me to even go out and buy a coffee, or more specifically a caramel apple spice from Starbucks, I am a professional. Above all else, I am a consummate professional, and this isn't professional. This right now isn't professional, but I feel I need to tell you guys this. I need to apologize, and that is what I'm going to do. I am so sorry for being late with these videos. I feel like I'm shortchanging you guys by doing that. So, taking a page out of the Vlog Brothers book, I'm going to institute a punishment policy. I put a lot of thought into this punishment. I've been actually thinking about it since last week, and I am going to, this is a very rare occasion I'm doing this, I'm going to show you the script for this episode to make sure that I don't screw up this punishment, the verbiage of this, on a flubbed line or something. I want us to both be on the same page. You and me, audience, we are doing this together. If a new episode of Steven Universe doesn't come out every Monday by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, you folks get to submit punishment ideas for me to do in the comments. It can be trying a weird food, singing a song, attempting a physical challenge, anything within reason. I'll then take these suggestions, put them into a hat. I will be using Jack the Calibration Stack's hat over here. I'll introduce you to Jack the Calibration Stack in another video at some point. And I will then draw one at random and then do it. I'll announce the punishment and do the drawing during the news segment of the next episode. Video evidence of me enacting the punishment must be posted within a week of the announcement, which means if I am late for one episode, then in the comments of that episode, you guys put in your punishment ideas. I will then take those ideas, and then during the recording of the next episode, I will put them into this hat, draw one at random on camera, one take, no retakes, no do-overs, and then I will do that at another time within a week of that episode, and then video it and put it on YouTube as evidence that I have done them. Obviously, holidays and extreme circumstances will give me some wiggle room, and if there are any legitimate delays, I will make sure they are explained in the doobly-doo. For example, my cat died, or I got into a horrible car accident and my face was bandaged for a month. Something like that. We'll make sure that it is explained. I'm a fairly public person. I don't mind sharing this information. So that is how it will work. Now, however, I open the floor to you guys to submit your punishment ideas for the delayed airing of the episode. What episode was that? Love Letters. Please post your punishment suggestions in the doobly-doo, and you will see a video fairly shortly within the week. So, let's see what you guys have been up to. Busy day here on the set of Steven Universe. Yellow. Hey man, what's up? Yeah, I'm a little busy right now. I'm doing Steven Universe. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up the news segment right now. I'm actually doing the segue in. Wait, what do you mean? What? Okay, look. What do you mean it's a hiatus? You can't just repeat it and... Okay, has there been a press release or anything? I'm usually on top of this thing. Okay, well, I mean, look, what do you have? If not a press release, then what? Look, no new episodes for 2 weeks does not a hiatus make. What else do you have? How far forward can you look? Okay, only 2 weeks. Okay, so all we know is that there is no new episode for 2 weeks. Is that about the size of it? Look, I really doubt they're going on hiatus during sweeps month. Look, I'm not going to tell everyone they're on a hiatus. That's insane. Look, I'm just going to toss this conversation into the episode just to spite you. No. Okay. Look, fine. Look, I will call Cartoon Network's PR department on Monday, okay? And I will ask them directly, okay? Because I don't think they're on hiatus, because last time they were on hiatus, it was like a couple of months. But I will call and I will ask, okay? Yeah, I'm doing fine besides. I'm a little bit busy. Yes, the camera is rolling. Yeah, I'm not shitting. I'm putting this right in the episode. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll see you on Tuesday, dude, okay? Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, bye. So there's that. Apparently, there are no new episodes of Steven Universe for the next couple of weeks. I'll figure out something to put out every week for you Steven Universe fans. Don't you worry about that. But, yeah. I'm gonna murderize him. All right, let's see. Now, where were we? So, let's see what you guys have been up to. It's time for a review. So, let's face facts here. For as long as the gems have been here on Earth, they don't really know as much about humans as they probably should. So, how must it have been for them to help take care of Steven? Sleepover by Schwessel takes us back into Steven's toddler years on a night where Greg has to leave Steven in the gem's care overnight. Let me start by saying that the writing is pretty good. Everyone is written very much in character, so the dialogue is pretty spot on in that respect. The story as a whole, though, does suffer from a bit of explainer-itis, opting to tell rather than show. But this is pretty common for amateur authors, so I can't fault them too much for that. The best parts are the interactions between gems with regards to Steven, Pearl and Amethyst in particular. So, what's the verdict? I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 Stevens. It would have gotten 5 if it were not for the fact that the story ends before the story actually ends. It just sorta stops. You're left with no closure and kinda just looking around the website to see if, hey, maybe the next page button moved or something and you just missed it. I recommend you do read this, 4 out of 5 Stevens and all, but, be prepared. Now it's time for us to look at the latest episode and see what we learned. If you haven't yet seen the episode Reformed, now's your chance to pause this video, go watch that one, then come back. Don't worry, we'll wait. So, new episode, new lore. Let's see what we learned. Throughout the entire series, Amethyst has been pretty much constantly on the defensive about herself from criticism. From Pearl. Criticism from mostly Pearl. This isn't to say that what Pearl has said about Amethyst isn't valid. They mostly are to some extent or another. It's gotten to the point that Amethyst has begun using these as part of self-deprecating humor. This, however, in the long run, has clearly not been good for Amethyst, and it's been bothering her. This came up to some extent in Tiger Millionaire and On the Run, but it's in this episode that these issues have been brought to a head. But what are these issues? Well, they're issues of self-esteem and identity. For those of you who don't know, or maybe if you're a little hazy on the subject, self-esteem is how we evaluate ourselves in terms of our self-worth. People with high self-esteem trust their judgment and won't feel guilty if others disagree with their choices. They will always be willing to ask others for help if they need it and consider themselves equal to others. They learn from the past and plan for the future, but stay firmly grounded in the present. People with low self-esteem can often be hypersensitive to criticism, depend on the praise or approval of others, harbor neurotic guilt for past mistakes or not acknowledge them at all, or be generally hostile, defensive, or irritable for seemingly no reason. Sound like anyone we know? Amethyst continually struggles with low self-esteem, but how did she get this way? Well, we can really only guess, but here are my 2 cents. Number 1, apart from Steven, Amethyst is the youngest of the gems, having been created on Earth. She probably has thousands of years less experience than the other gems, making for a lot of situations where she was just lost. Number 2, for the 6,000 years that she has known the gems, Pearl has probably been riding her ass the entire time. Imagine 6,000 years of being told every day what's wrong with you. Now, what about her issue of identity? Well, in one facet, this ties into her self-esteem problem. Throughout the entire episode, the one question she kept asking was, "What do you want me to be?"
What's the right answer? Hey, Garnet, what do you think of my new look, Garnet? You wanted me to be more like Pearl, and now I am. Hey, Garnet, how'd you like to mix it up with this? But you're the one who said I needed to be stronger. You wanted me to be stronger. I'm doing it. I'm being what you want. Well, what do you want? Just tell me and I'll do that.
And every time she thought she had the answer, she was wrong, further frustrating her. This was her seeking approval. I want to be what you want me to be, so you'll like me. Another way to take this is by looking at her backstory. Amethyst isn't a gem from space like the rest of the crystal gems. She was created here on Earth by the gem homeworld to do whatever it was they wanted her to do. That was her first identity. She then presumably rebelled against that. So what is she now? Well, she's a crystal gem, so that's good. But now she's acting in complete opposition to her very purpose of being. Her very existence is everything she hates about herself. And when she tries to be a crystal gem, she's constantly being told what she's doing wrong. To Amethyst, she's an earth gem, but not really. She's a crystal gem, but not really. So what is she? Who is she? Those are the questions Amethyst is having a hard time answering. But instead of trying to answer them herself, she just wants to defer it to others. After all, if you just be what others want you to be, you can't go wrong, right? Wrong. You can never be at peace constantly changing yourself for someone else. It doesn't matter who it is. Like Garnet said, it's unsustainable. And while we're on the subject of quotes by awesome ladies, Judy Garland once said, "Always be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of someone else." In other words, you be you. Now, is this the end of her self-esteem issues? Likely not, but it's a step. And that's what we learned this week on Steven Universe. Join us next time when we talk about whatever it is we're gonna talk about. There'll be an episode, don't worry. I'm your host, Victor Frost, and this has been Steven Universe. See you next time.